Have you ever been like just scrolling through LinkedIn, and you see these glimpses of what look like everyone else's totally flawless storybook careers?
Oh, yeah, it's like a highlight reel, right?
Exactly. Every single post seems to be about a new promotion or some amazing project or just this like monumental achievement.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're like most of us, it's enough to make you feel a little inadequate, maybe.
Totally. Like everyone else has got it perfectly figured out.
Right. But here's the thing. That seemingly perfect online front often hides a reality that's, frankly, a lot messier, more human.
Absolutely.
So, welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Our mission today, we want to pull back the curtain on what we're calling the perfect career mirage.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try and expose some of those LinkedIn stories that might be making you question your own path. We'll get into the very real struggles hidden behind those polished online personas.
And the impact that has.
Yeah, understand the ripple effect this kind of widespread embellishment has on everyone. And really importantly, help you not just spot the deception, but also reclaim some genuine authenticity in your own professional life.
That sounds like a much needed conversation.
Okay, so let's dig into this glossy facade that seems so common now. What actually makes it up?
Wow.
It's almost like a kind of dream job theater playing out on our screens, isn't it?
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
You see post after post, someone is thrilled to announce a career move that just sounds, I don't know, a little too perfect, too easy.
Marvelous, yeah. And then you've got the hustle culture heroes.
Oh, those, the type always grinding, relentless narratives, these
Mm.
sort of humble brag success stories.
Right. It definitely makes you stop and think, okay, how much of this is real and how much is just, well, performance, fiction.
Exactly.
And that's a really sharp point because it gets to the why. Why are people doing this? What's really driving it?
Yeah, what is?
We're seeing something you could really only call an exaggeration economy in full swing.
Sure.
I mean, think about the job market right now. It's hyper competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You've got more remote work competition, AI screening candidates first, this huge obsession with personal branding. It all creates this intense pressure cooker.
Right. Like you have to stand out somehow.
Precisely. Professionals often feel they have to embellish, maybe just a little at first, or they risk being completely invisible in that digital noise.
Okay, so that pressure leads to actual exaggeration. What does that look like specifically?
Well, it shows up in a few common ways, often kind of subtle. You see inflated titles all over the place.
Like how?
Like what was clearly an entry-level role suddenly gets senior tacked on, or an individual contributor somehow becomes a director, managers jump to VP. It stretches credibility sometimes.
Okay, what else?
Then there are phantom projects. This is a tricky one. A minor contribution to a big team effort gets spun into led strategic initiatives.
Oh, okay. So making it sound like they did more than they did.
Exactly. Or collaborative work gets framed as some kind of solo triumph. And it's tough because they might have genuinely contributed something, but discerning a small part from an inflated claim on a complex project,
Yeah.
very hard from the outside.
Yeah, I can see that.
And of course, skill inflation, someone takes one online workshop, suddenly they're expert level.
Right.
Or basic familiarity with some software means they're proficient. And sometimes it's just wishful thinking presented as actual skills on their profile.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just about these individual profiles looking shiny. This stuff has real consequences.
All right, absolutely.
So if that's the why,
Mm-hmm.
what are the broader effects for you, for the listener, for the whole professional world?
If you connect the dots, the ripple effect is huge.
Yeah.
Really significant. For starters, think about hiring chaos.
What do you mean?
Recruiters end up wasting so much time sifting through candidates whose profiles sound amazing but are essentially hollow.
Like filtering noise.
Exactly. It's like trying to find that needle in a haystack, but the haystack is full of half-truths. It slows everything down.
Okay, so hiring gets messy. What else?
Beyond that, there's serious internal damage for the individuals caught up in this.
How so?
Well, this whole environment just pours fuel on the fire of imposter syndrome. That feeling you're a fraud.
Yeah, that nagging feeling.
It gets intensified, and then there's the burnout from just trying to maintain these fake personas all the time. It's exhausting. Plus, this underlying anxiety about being found out.
That sounds incredibly stressful.
It is. And finally, think about the platforms themselves. You get massive trust erosion. These professional networking sites lose their credibility when you can't actually verify what people are claiming. It becomes almost impossible at scale.
Wow, that personal toll, the imposter syndrome, the burnout,
Yeah.
that sounds really rough. It's easy to just dismiss it as online stuff, but the psychological weight is real.
Definitely.
So given these pretty serious impacts, how can you, our listener, get better at spotting the smoke and mirrors, whether you're hiring or even just trying to make sense of your own feed?
Right. You absolutely need a good red flag radar. Some things to look for.
Okay, like what?
First, watch out for really vague accomplishments that don't have any concrete metrics. Improved efficiency is one thing.
Hmm.
Improved efficiency by 20% in Q3, saving the company $50, that's very different. Specificity matters.
Got it. Vague is suspect. What else?
Second, if every single role someone lists is described as leading or spearheading something major, that's a bit unusual, right?
Yeah, seems unlikely.
Most careers involve a mix of leading, supporting, collaborating. Constant solo heroics, probably a flag.
Okay.
Third, look at the skills list. If it's way longer than their actual work history seems to support, maybe pause. It could suggest breadth over actual deep expertise.
Makes sense. Too many skills, too little time.
And be a bit wary of those really generic endorsements from people who seem like distant connections. They often don't reflect real ability or direct experience working together.
Right, the drive-by endorsement.
Exactly. Now, when you're actually trying to verify things, use some practical verification tactics.
Okay, what are those?
Always try to cross-reference claims, look at official company news, press releases, maybe even older versions of the site if you can find them.
Do some digging.
Yeah. And when you talk to someone, don't just accept surface answers. Ask specific, probing questions about their methods. How exactly did you get those results? Or, can you walk me through the steps you took on that project?
Get into the detail.
Get into the details. Look for consistency in their story across their profile, maybe a personal website, during the conversation. Inconsistencies often signal something's off. And then honestly, trust your instincts during interviews or conversations. That gut feeling, combined with these observations, often tells you more than a super polished profile ever will.
Good advice.
Ultimately, remember, genuine networking, real human connections, that beats profile perfection every single time.
Okay, so we understand the problem. We know some red flags. How do we, all of us, break this cycle? How do we reclaim authenticity and build real connections in a world that seems obsessed with these polished profiles? What does this mean for us?
Yeah, that's the crucial question. It really starts with understanding something counterintuitive. Vulnerability, when you share it strategically, actually builds stronger professional bonds than trying to seem perfect ever could.
So being real is better than being perfect.
Pretty much. Don't be afraid to share actual challenges you've overcome right alongside your successes. Instead of just saying successfully launched Project X, maybe try something like successfully launched X after we tackled some significant challenges with Y, and honestly, I learned Z and valuable lessons from that.
Showing the struggle and the learning.
Exactly. Authentic profiles tend to attract the right kind of opportunities because they connect with people who value truth, resilience, substance. It leads to more sustainable careers built on reality, not fiction.
That makes sense.
And we really encourage you, the listener, to start the conversation. Share your own experiences, maybe gently, with this perfect profile culture. Helping others navigate this whole online narrative is how we start to bring more truth to light together.
So it's a collective effort, too.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And to guide that, we need some solid principles for truthful networking.
Okay, like what?
Think. Transparent profiles detailing not just what you did, but maybe how you grew or what you learned. Accurate work histories reflecting realistic contributions, not inflated ones.
Right.
We should also push for ethical algorithms on these platforms, ones that promote fair visibility and matches based on real skills, not just buzzwords or inflated claims.
That's a big one.
Huge. And honest endorsements asking for and giving genuine skill verification based on real experience. And finally, fostering open conversation, encouraging direct, respectful dialogue about what's real and what might be stretched.
Okay, that's a great framework. Now, let's get even more practical. Say you're looking to hire someone, especially maybe a freelancer, where you often rely pretty heavily on their online presence first. How do you really get beyond that perfect profile and figure out what they can actually do?
Right. This is where verifying freelancer vows, as we might call it, becomes critical.
Okay, how do we do that?
First, conduct a thorough portfolio audit. Don't just glance at it. Demand concrete examples of their actual work.
Not just descriptions.
No, actual deliverables. Look for case studies, sure, but ones with measurable results. And really try to see evidence of their specific contribution on team projects, not just claiming the whole win.
Got it. Audit the portfolio hard. What's next?
Second, Always, always do reference calls. And I mean, actually speak to past clients directly.
Don't just rely on written testimonials.
Definitely not just those. When you talk to them, don't just ask, were they good? Ask specific questions. How was their communication style? How did they solve problems? And this is crucial. How did they handle challenges or unexpected issues?
Ah, see how they react under pressure.
Exactly. How someone responds to adversity often tells you way more than their list of successes.
Good point. What else?
Third, especially for technical roles, implement some form of technical vetting. This could be skill tests, practical assignments relevant to the job. These are invaluable for seeing true proficiency beyond just what they've listed on their profile.
Test the actual skills. Makes sense.
And finally, examine their broader digital footprint. Look beyond just LinkedIn. Do they have a personal website, an online portfolio elsewhere? Are they active on other professional platforms like GitHub or Behance, depending on their field? Look for consistency across all these platforms.
So check if the story adds up everywhere.
Precisely. Major inconsistencies across different platforms, that's often a pretty significant red flag.
Okay, that's really practical advice for hiring. So wrapping this up, we've taken a pretty deep dive today into these often hidden realities behind those seemingly flawless professional profiles.
Hmm.
Hopefully you now have better tools to recognize this perfect career mirage, understand its pretty profound impacts, both personally and professionally, and maybe even spot some of those subtle exaggerations that might have flown under the radar before.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is that knowledge like this is really most valuable when it's understood and applied. Critical thinking is just so essential in this world of information overload, isn't it? Especially when anyone can craft such a polished narrative online.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole universe of professional networking doesn't have to be built on this endless string of embellished truths or half-truths.
Right. So maybe consider this as a final thought. How might embracing a bit more strategic vulnerability, a bit more transparency in your own professional presence, how might that not only benefit you, maybe attracting more authentic connections and the right kind of opportunities, but also contribute, even in a small way, to building a more trustworthy and ultimately more effective professional ecosystem for everyone?